to the very special spooky edition. Whoa, indeed. Whoa,
Ooh.
Keanu over here. Spooky edition, Halloween 2022. All new nerds. It's me, Daphne, from 2002 Scooby-Doo, by James Gunn, and Matt Murdock.
Written by James Gunn.
Written by James Gunn. Who cares who directed it?
That's the devil of Hell's Kitchen. Who the heck is Matt Murdock?
It matters.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a really good
I don't know.
lawyer.
I don't know. Who is Matt Murdock? I can't
He's
even.
a really good lawyer.
That's what I'm saying.
Happy.
I don't know. I can't.
Stop
I can't see his
sweating.
face. I can't see any. I can't see anything right now,
Yeah,
guys.
We were assembled here in costume for this
Yes.
Halloween
It's time.
podcast.
It's
been
time.
a couple weeks since we
too
last
long.
recorded, and we
Yeah,
have a
it's not
lot.
a
So
little
much news.
We have a lot
So
to talk
much
about.
news.
An absolute dump.
Yeah, it's sort of funny actually.
A
I mean, a
dump
new
of
Star
news.
Wars movie just to start.
A
We got-
candy pile. A candy pile of news.
We got
And get this,
hirings.
Ben.
So much to
We
think.
got
So much.
firings. We got
Michelle Rejwan
movies.
got promoted in there. Oh my god, I totally forgot
we
about
got
that.
trailers.
We do. We got stuff.
Mania. Kang. We saw Kang. Like we
We
saw
did see
Blue
Kang.
I
We've
mean, if you
seen
can believe,
some
if you
stuff
can believe
since
it,
the last time we were
just
here.
on the Star Wars movie thing. Not only is it a Star Wars movie announced, it's like one that actually is going to come out in 2025. It's like the one,
Maybe.
which is
But then
like
they're mad
great.
at Kathy. But Andor
well,
is bad apparently.
Andor's,
We're
but
gonna
it's
do-
a lie. Andor's very good.
It's a lie. We're gonna delve into all of it.
Andor's the best Star Wars show. So I don't know who's saying that. Whoever's saying
Well,
that.
The fake analytics are saying
the
that.
fake analytics.
Right.
Whatever. We get it.
A lot to
All
dive
right.
into though.
Lots of.
But I don't even know. What do we even? What the heck
Star Wars.
do we
Star
even
Wars
start
movie.
with?
That's what we start with.
Star Wars movie.
We're a Star
We start
Wars
with-
channel primarily.
All right. So it hit.
So-
it hit
Yeah. You,
October 23rd. I believe it was 23rd and 24th. Was a dual
okay.
Deadline Hollywood Reporter.
The
Wombo
mask is coming
combo,
off.
Where all right, he made it, guys. 2 minutes in. Wow,
Wait,
it's
2
Johnny,
minutes.
everyone.
I've had it on for half an hour. I've had it on for half an hour.
And the glasses come on.
Here I
it
am.
is. Here
Here
it
I
is.
am.
All right, it was a wombo combo with the Hollywood trades. At first, it drops that it's Damon Lindelof and Charmin Abe-Chinoy, who directed 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, were coming at it together. And then Hollywood Reporter drops next day all about the writers' room, additional writers with Lindelof, because Lindelof is, he's most famous for his TV shows, which he collaborates with other people like Watchmen and Lost. And that it'd be happening after The Rise of Skywalker, and potentially characters from the sequel trilogy would be coming back, which also coincided with the Hollywood Reporter reporting that Oscar Isaac would come back and Daisy Ridley would come back. That just happened a couple days ago. Oscar being like, "Hey, I'm in," and like it's like okay.
I watched. I actually watched that clip yesterday. I found this clip of someone asked Oscar, like they're like oh, would you ever come back this is Rise of Skywalker. They're like, oh, would you ever come back for a Disney Plus show? He goes, nope,
Yeah.
nope, absolutely not.
And this is
Not.
post
And
Moon Knight.
now
obviously.
that's true. This is post Moon Knight. He's already done another Disney Plus show. So
Now he's like, yes.
good. I say good. I love Oscar.
Yeah,
Great actor.
Brie Larson, if they were gonna, she was to be Captain Marvel again. She's like,
Most depressing.
does anyone want
Yeah.
me to?
I mean,
No, sorry,
very
Brie.
sad.
But,
But anyway,
Yeah.
this
I don't know.
development includes great lines such as Dave Filoni, protege of
Dave
George Lucas,
Filoni may or may not
may
be
have also been present.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who
He
knows?
may
Great
have
Hollywood
been
Reporter.
present. Yeah, that's something to
Very
chew
cool.
on.
But from all available sources, this one is actually in production. It is moving ahead for the 2025 spot. They have backseated Taika's movie because he has been, flipping, flopping, and not.
Star Wars
can't get it
movies
down.
messy, dude. Star Wars
can't
movies
get a
be
script down.
hella messy.
Obviously, Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, which
Rogue
if you can believe
Squadron.
it, was supposed to come out 2 months from now. December 22 was its
and
original.
then
That's
Game
right.
of Thrones duo.
That was announced. That was
Right,
announced.
movie.
What was that? 2020. That was announced. Rogue Squadron.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So that's not coming out.
Lots
The
changed.
The Kevin Feige movie, which is written by Michael Waldron, he just got put on Secret Wars, so that's been pushed
Mhm.
off. So it looks like the Lindelof post sequel movie coming out in like 3 years from now is on. Like they're actually going to start production like next year. It looks like. Speaking of which, The Acolyte has also started filming officially, according to Bespin Bulletin. So there's a lot like of all of a sudden like whoa, Star
Wars.
Whoa! And Andor is coming out, and Tales of the Jedi just came out. So whoa.
Anyway, I mean, so the next
lot.
Star Wars movie going to be post Rise of Skywalker with the sequel characters? I mean, what? Hello?
How we feeling?
This-
How we feeling
What?
about that?
Well,
How we
before
feeling about
before
that?
like I feel like a couple months ago we were talking about D23. Like, oh man, if only they announced like a sequel trilogy show to like actually flesh out
Show or
that
movie or
era.
something. Yeah.
Show just something. And we're like, no, there's no way. That's probably like not. That's way far off. Like they're not going to revisit these characters for a long time. Boom.
May
Next Star Wars
happen.
movie.
Yeah, I was under the impression that like they might show up as minor characters. This isn't like a Finn.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a.
or, like
Well-
you know, Poe continuation like movie. I think they very much said it wasn't going to be that, right?
Did they
Well, no.
preface that like in
They
the
haven't.
article? I don't know.
They specified that the story would take place after the events of 2019 Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It would not be a continuation of the Skywalker saga, but would feature some of the characters from the Star Wars trilogy made in the 2010s.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
not necessarily, it won't necessarily be.
So
like
Well, I mean, Finn's story. I don't know. I feel like the Skywalker saga story is like more what Rey centric. So I mean, I think you could still have a. It still could potentially be something with. Who knows?
I mean, I couldn't believe it when I saw that Oscar Isaac was like, "Yeah, I'll come back," and I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
now something's definitely happening." I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, even him with Moon Knight season 2. I mean, they haven't greenlit it yet officially, but they're like, we're working on it. So that too. Oscar, I don't know what Disney did to Oscar. Well, Oscar's a big fan now. I don't know what changed. Something.
A lot of money.
He said that. He said that a few
Potentially.
years ago. He's like, "Yeah, I'll come back and do Star Wars if I want to buy a house.
Buy a house. Yeah,
I guess he wants to buy a house. Everyone,
I guess so.
I'll take it. I'll take it."
I'll take it too.
Me too. Me too.
Like bearded
I'll take two.
post-
I'll take
Dune?
multiple houses.
Like, give me bearded Poe Dameron with like Dune.
Bearded
Oscar
Poe
Isaac
Dameron?
energy. Have you seen him with a beard? Have you seen Dune?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Oscar and like,
Yeah.
give me that energy for Poe Dameron.
That's,
Oh my
I know,
God.
but it's just funny you said beard. I want specifically if he doesn't have a beard, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad if he does
Well,
not have
I
a
am.
beard.
I mean, think about Oscar. A bearded Oscar is like okay. Like I like this guy.
Okay, good. There we go.
Throwing it
You heard
out.
it here first. Bearded. If Poe comes back and he
Ex
doesn't have a
Machina?
beard,
Ex Machina,
it's a thumbs down.
bearded Oscar, great movie.
I know. The man has had a beard in a movie or two. You're right.
And I'm
I just thought it
saying
was
the movies in which he has a beard are the best movies he's been in.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't. I gotta
I'm
think
just
about
throwing it
that,
out there.
but
I'm just throwing that out there.
the movies he has beards in, yes, they're good. Usually, they're good movies. I'll
I'm saying
agree.
maybe-
I'll
I
agree
think,
with
I
that.
think
that-
Oscar
that
Isaac
point.
movies are typically pretty good.
Maybe there's a correlation.
Maybe the beard has nothing to do with it.
Could be. Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah. What do you guys think that the like if this is official and in the trailer we see Rey, we see Finn, we see Poe, like
I would love
what's,
that. I would
what's
lose my
the
mind.
audience reaction to that? Like are people over the Skywalker saga?
Obviously,
be-
it would not be good.
Yeah. I think
Well,
that's only
What do you mean if we see them in a trailer? I don't think it'd be.
if
I don't
they
think-
are coming out heavy and they're
I'd
like,
be
this is like a
hyped,
sequel
even-
movie. I'm just saying. I think as a looking at the fan base right now, I don't think people are gonna.
I
be
mean, I've
happy
already
about it.
heard from a lot of people,
Yeah,
or I've seen
Y-
that like some
yeah.
people are just like I won't go there if it's that kind
yeah.
of stuff. I'm like, well,
I mean, people. Yes, will probably be negative on it. I mean, I sequels aren't even my favorite movies, but I would be hyped to see them again. That'd be really cool. I hope
I
we
just-
do.
just
And it
the-
seems like we will.
it is the prospect of Damon Lindelof, right? Because okay,
Who's the goat?
Like-
So
this guy has admittedly a shaky track record.
Well-
he's the man wrote Cowboys and
what
Aliens.
else did he
A
do?
movie-
Yeah.
A movie
Okay, okay.
I'm not gonna call
A
him
movie
the
I
goat.
love.
Fair enough.
Maybe a little.
He's
little
not the
far.
goat.
That's
Okay,
a
I don't
goofy.
wanna
Okay,
I don't want to hype
That's
up
fair.
Damon Lindelof too much. He has made good things. He has made.
he is
bad
great though.
However, his most recent work is something very similar to what he would be doing with Star Wars. He took a
Yeah.
property that had a one like graphic novel, like an OG thing, like they made it, they did it. How can you expand on that story? I'm referring to Watchmen, obviously. He took a finished story, a story that was understood as being like, this is it. You cannot do more. The saga is over. For 30 years plus, that is how the story of Watchmen was understood. And he
Yeah.
was able to take it and extrapolate. He was able to pick a really great team, wrote an amazing script, like show ran and you know, like what Tony Gilroy is doing with Andor, worked the hell out of that to make a story set after Watchmen interesting. So if anyone in the entertainment industry right now, like at this point in time, because this isn't 2009 Damon Lindelof, this is 2022 Damon Lindelof coming after Watchmen. can take something that feels done, like the rise, like how Episode 9 ended with the Sith. Rey stopped the return of the Sith. The galaxy, everything's fine. Skywalker Saga is done. If anyone can take a property and a state of story like that and spin it into something more interesting, it is Damon Lindelof, who made one of the best seasons of television ever based off of a similar premise. So like I have faith, and quite frankly, people are also kind of coming down on the Miss Marvel director, but she directed episodes 4 and 5. 5, which is all in the flashback into Partition India.
Yeah,
which
she
I
did
loved.
probably the best
I thought that-
episodes.
yeah,
She
I thought
did
that
the best
was
episodes in my opinion.
I thought that was the best episode. So I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm
Think
like,
about
all
think
in.
about Damon
That was
Lindelof.
good. I mean,
Think about Damon Lindelof.
What
You-
else has she done?
I don't know.
The
Anything? I like. It was fun. I'm not sure if I go and watch episode 5 of Miss Marvel and I'm like, give her a Star Wars show,
No, but it was noticeably well directed.
but it sticks out to me. It sticks out. So
I agree.
There are just people that have sort of worked with the tools like within Lucasfilms at this point that I personally would rather get a nod on director. But a Rick movie? Come on, don't tell me you wouldn't be more hyped for that.
Yeah, the
who?
obvious people.
Even John movie, Rick Famuyiwa.
People
Oh,
are always
oh,
screaming about Rick and Bryce. Those are the two that you hear the fandom scream about most. That they need a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I don't
I
need
mean,
I don't need no Bryce.
I mean, I think they're just busy. I mean, Bryce is too busy being Yaddle.
that's true.
Doing
I don't know.
Did we bring that up on the stream the other day? Funny. Oh yeah, we did.
I talked about how I didn't like it. It was
Bryce
awkward.
is Yaddle. Not. I don't know
It
if that
was
was
too
it.
obviously Bryce Dallas Howard.
Damon Lindelof is also wrote Tomorrowland, so there's that too. So it varies. His quality varies.
Like I said though, this is coming off of.
But I
Watchmen.
agree. No, but I agree. That's a good point. That's a good point. That like it's
like a 2019 show.
The Watchmen is like a very established story that's already been it
considered-
seemed like it's
but
been
he
final.
did a new thing though, but he did a new thing. That's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
why he's right for this job. As Leo
I would
was
agree.
saying.
That's what I was saying. But yeah, no, very exciting, very exciting. So it seems like actually we are going to get a Star Wars movie. The wheels are going. Hopefully,
Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk about
We'll see.
it, so
we'll see.
what's being reported is that the writers' room for this was put together earlier this year, right around Celebration, is when they actually started like writing. It's been in the works for a little longer because we can tie this into real quickly before I jump into that other story and work into this one. In terms of Bryce and Rick, like I'm with the fandom. I want to see a Bryce and Rick movie too. However, I mean, it's just the bottom line that someone has to make the shows. Like, and so if they're making the shows right now,
Motorcycle. All right,
okay,
3.
that was okay. I was doing the comeback. All right, we're back. A motorcycle rammed through Matt Murdock's house. Attempt to take out his Kingpin. Attempt to take out Matt
Unbelievable.
Murdock there. So
I was thinking about going after him.
We fought him off though. Anyway, I was saying, I was going to tie it into the Kathy story about her not, they did the writer's room earlier this year. It sounds like they've been working on it for longer, but there's this report going around that Big Bob Shape, told Kathy,
Big
hey,
Bob.
Big
please stop
Big boy
announcing
Bob.
Star Wars movie because it's reflecting badly on the brand because they keep getting canceled. And this ties into as well Michelle Rejwan, who is widely perceived to be the next president of Lucasfilm if Kathy stepped down. You see her all the behind the scenes stuff. She was the executive vice president. She was up there. Her contract was not renewed, and she got demoted to just being a producer essentially. I think largely because a lot of the blame of this failure of the film side has laid at her feet because she got the gig based on her work with Rise of Skywalker. She's one of JJ's proteges, Bad Robot. So she did Force Awakens. She produced Force Awakens, was executive producer on Rise. You see her behind the scenes stuff all the time for that. She is focused now on I don't want to. We're not like one of those clickbait channels here. So be very clear. She's not fired. She's just no longer executive vice president, and she's more
Fired?
hands-on producer. But right now,
I heard they were doing more like she
So
wanted
right
to take
now-
more creative control.
Yeah, right
of,
now,
like,
though.
hands-on.
yeah, right now
There
she's
was
working.
more of like a.
I know it's a weird
job
situation. Like,
change.
yeah, right now she's working in England on the Acolyte, so she got demoted for that, so she could go produce Acolyte, and that's like her one
Sure,
project that she has gotten from because we've heard about the Acolyte. It's like sort of like the Rian Johnson trilogy. We heard Leslie Headland Star Wars. We've been talking about it for years, and now it's
Very
finally
long
in production.
time. Yeah, it's kind
And
of
this is the
odd.
one. and this is a production. That's because it leaked so early. But this is a production that Michelle Rejwan is like the producer on, and she's making it happen, and it's actually happening. So that's what she's going to do. So in this mix of like they're changing up the executive structure, Kathy's getting told, "Hey, don't get announced, do announce more Star Wars movies," and then it's like, "Hey, David Lindelof Star Wars movie." It's like, oh my god, it's the film, the whole film situation at Lucasfilm is very confusing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like
very messy.
The Kathy story is like what broke more than anything. Like that's what I heard about more. Like just looking around on the internet, it's like Kathy sucks. She's getting fired. Or like Disney's mad at her. No one's talking about the movie itself. And I think because of like that story, people are just like assuming this movie won't be made either. So people aren't talking about it much.
But this is the one though that
I know
most
this is
credible sources are saying it will be made. This is the one.
You're right, but everyone is just everyone is taking this more as a like Disney's mad at Kathy story. So there's a flare up of Kennedy.
Jeff Snyder, former Collider, now at the Puck, he like is almost 99% accurate all the time, saying this is the one moving into production. Obviously, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter also reporting that.
Also, more likely than not, if they're reporting on it, then it seems pretty credible.
It's just it's exciting that maybe a Star Wars movie will come out. Because I'll be honest, I missed the
theater.
I never thought Taika's movie was coming out 2025 if it ever comes out. I've always been a defendant.
I mean, that's on the back burner now. That's if it even comes out.
I never thought Taika's movie.
At this point.
He's a messy little boy, man. Every interview he's like, I don't know.
Right?
That, but I wonder because of Thor. If they are gonna keep him, I don't know.
You think they Collins borrowed him?
Not bad enough.
I don't think they fired him, but I think they definitely like. I think there was something was said.
Like in terms of like critic wise, it's like a middle of the line movie. Like it's like a 6.5.
But I do believe it underperformed from what I remember, from seeing, that it did underperform
compared to some other like Marvel movies.
I mean, it made $800 million. It wasn't like a. Financials.
I'm not saying it's a failure.
Being worked at I don't think they're gonna fire him.
But I think maybe they're putting on the back burner because Taika can't.
No, I think Taika
figure it out. But also,
I think Taika's busy.
Yeah. No.
I think they're like, this is a movie that can get made now.
And then Rogue Squadron.
Well, I just want to throw it out there because obviously Rogue Squadron is never coming out. But do we think? I mean, I think because I'm bringing it up just because. It's also been in the news because he's promoting Glass Onion. But Ryan continues to say, "I am making those Star Wars movies."
Yeah, which I believe.
Like, do we believe that? Like, the more and more I believe it. Like, I don't know.
I believe that talks between Chapek and Kennedy and like Ryan have happened. And they're like, yeah, we'll make this like when our schedules align. It's
I think after he's done with the Netflix contract for Knives Out, he's going to be doing.
I mean, because really, if you're Disney,
he just has like.
If you're Disney,
it was a trilogy. It was supposed to be.
What? His trilogy, yeah.
He might like. Are you talking about the Star Wars movies or the Knives Out movies?
So he has the Knives Out Netflix deal, and I think after that he's going into his trilogy. I think the trilogy is
Star Wars though. Star Wars. It's always been Rian Johnson.
That's what I'm saying.
But he might. He might. I think what will likely happen is he will write outlines for all of them. He will direct the first one and then produce the back two. But he'll have written all of them.
Yeah, either way, it'll come from him. But I'm saying it might be pushed back due to this Netflix contract.
How many is he going to do? How many Knives Out is he going to do?
I think he has.
So he did 2, and he has 1 left. I think there's a show. I don't know how involved he is in that though, but I think he has.
He's producing a show, but he only has 1 movie he actually has to make.
Yeah,
which will
that's a bummer. It's not going to keep going.
Anyway,
what do you mean? Knives Out?
The point out.
Yeah.
Well, it could.
Yeah.
The point I wanted to make was that Rian Johnson, right, very polarizing figure in the fandom. However, if you're Disney, the one movie he made for Star Wars made $1.3 billion, almost $1.4 billion. And Knives Out has been extremely lucrative. And it's this hot guy, with a Netflix contract. You want to get that talent. Like, if you're Bob Chapek, honestly, I think, if anything, Rian Johnson's become more, like, the industry has become more interested in Rian Johnson making those movies than less. Like, he seems, if anything, more profitable now.
Once again, the fan base would absolutely lose their shit if that happened.
I mean, I don't.
What if he comes back?
Rumble if they officially are like, we're getting a Rian Johnson trilogy.
I don't know. I'm hoping that it's been enough time that people are going to be like, maybe.
I think our culture is so like collapsed and desensitized to the way we talk about media. It doesn't matter anymore. Like,
But no, but
No,
I
I'm
think
saying
that
I
hopefully
agree with the Star Wars fan base. It's a vocal minority too, but like just right
I just
now,
mean in
what I
general.
feel like I'm hearing more is that Andor is bad.
I'm
Which
I'm
is
hoping
like,
that people like see Ryan, like hopefully they've seen Knives Out, and like I've seen Ryan, like Ryan's actually like really good. Not that he
Well,
wasn't
that's
in
what I'm
Last
saying.
Jedi,
I
but
don't think your
like I
average
think this is
moviegoer one
the
knows who Ryan
perfect like
Johnson is, or
thing for him to
two,
do.
if they do, like they know him as a good director. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like for in terms of your wide appeal audience. People go, oh, is that like if you this is like a film fan? Oh, the guy who made Brick and Looper and oh, Knives Out. I like that Knives Out movie, and by all accounts, Glass Onion's also good. So it's like I don't know. Like I see what you're saying about Star Wars, Ben, but like I the way that, for example, like Phase 4 Marvel has been received by just the internet as a whole.
yeah, but it's like people just eat it up.
Either
regardless.
either way,
No, no, no,
there's
no,
gonna
no,
be
not that they eat it
problem.
up regardless. Just the way that like there is a sect of the community that no matter what, no matter
Yeah,
how
of-
you do anything, but it's
course.
even more so than Star Wars. It is just like how our world works now. Someone is going to be dumping on it no matter what, and then
Yes.
there's gonna be a lot of people
I
who are
mean,
like, I like it.
But I do think it's been enough time that
There's
it that
nothing-
it
But
it
the state
can
of
be
Star
there can be
Wars
some
right now
reconsidering.
is like because of the fan hate on Last Jedi and Tross.
I know,
Like,
but I don't think the
it
state of
became
Star
like
Wars-
prequel centered. Like that's Clone Wars, like
Yeah.
Rebels, like that's
I won't disagree with that, but I do still think I think again, this is all I'll say. I know I've said it, but I think it's been enough time. I mean, this movie probably is gonna come out till 2026, seven. So like I think it's been enough time. It's like almost a decade gap that I think people are gonna be like more maybe
just
open
don't-
to it again.
I personally don't
But-
think that Star Wars content has ever truly reflected the whim of the fandom. Almost
That too.
I really don't think so.
Well,
Like
I think now
I think
it's
people
pretty
getting so into the
reflective,
Mandalorian
but-
spawned like this like network of shows.
the success of the
Like,
Mandalorian.
if people hated
spawning-
on Mando initially, like that wouldn't have happened.
but I really don't think it has anything to do with the way people talk about it. It has everything to do with numbers and like money. That is
No,
what
yeah,
I'm-
sure, but that's
and-
they're correlated.
and
Yeah, but
I know they're correlated, but I'm not totally cynical. I also just think that Lucasfilm, and I've talked about this before, is separate enough as a company where, for better or for worse, they just make these decisions and they just go off and will make things no matter what people like the fans will say about them. And that's how George was, and that's ultimately how I think Kathy has been running it. I really like you're right, as in the Mandalorian was successful and spawned more Mandalorian stuff. However, I really don't see like I don't know. I don't see how like the Acolyte is a response to people not like Leslie Headland is like the most. I don't know. She's the most like in terms of like the way that narrative works around the hate machine. She's like the most hateable person for these people to clickbait and like make money off of.
Yeah,
I don't think they care.
I don't know what got cut off there, but as I was saying, like people think that Andor is like a response to Kenobi in terms of like the visual quality, but like that all happens so far out. Like Kenobi was well done and finished
yeah.
like long before like the reception came out. Like Andor had been worked on like long before that.
Also in the can. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they seems like they both kind of have been worked on like as long.
I mean,
Like, as
ironically,
equally as long.
Andor started filming
But-
before Kenobi.
Yeah, but that's
Both shows started their production in like 2017,
Yeah.
2018. So,
But I mean, Kenobi was one of the first projects that they've been actively developing since the buyout. So
which is why
It's
I
easy
always
to look at it that
That's
way.
the
'Cause,
interesting
like
thing.
it does seem like a direct like response to like the hate, but
Yeah.
just
you
worked out
saw
that way. For
that
them.
show looked bad. We'll give you a show that looks really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
and that's how some people.
Oh, you
treat
wanna-
it. They're like Andor is
Yeah,
right. and
that's
all
exactly
Kenobi's wrong. And it's like, yeah, maybe it is like accidentally, but like they were both then being worked on,
I know,
before any
and
like hate.
I don't
came
know.
out.
I know I sound like a broken record, but that's the way I always talk about like the way the sequels are, and how people will also say that Andor and Kenobi are like responses to Rise of Skywalker. When like the show was written.
response is a weird way to say
I know,
that.
but the way I feel about especially Star
Yeah.
Wars, it takes at least a decade for something to really truly be far enough apart for something to be a creative response to it. Like, for example, the distance between Revenge of the Sith and Force Awakens, that 10 years was that's a huge gap in culture where the creative minds working on that movie, they did, if you actually research like the art books and stuff, like of course Doug Chang's working on it, Christian Alsman, like people who worked on the prequels also worked on the sequels, so they are taking experience into it. But the way they were coming at that movie was fundamentally different than the way George and Rick McCallum and his team looked at the prequels, because there's a huge time gap there. But when you're talking about, if you're really thinking about this production cycle and it's mid 2017 and the Last Jedi isn't even out yet, and you're writing Kenobi,
Are you fighting with your wig?
I am fighting with my wig, and you're writing Kenobi, and it's mid 2017. It's like these things, the wires do not cross. Like there's no way. It's like I don't know. I've never bought that narrative.
I know you disagree with this, Levi. I think some of Tross is definitely like a retcon to Last Jedi.
I do feel like there were last minute edits.
Some of it very much just seems like, oh, you.
But overall,
Last Jedi, like have this. Yeah, I know. But stuff
but overall,
like
I agree.
Weapon deserves more respect.
I think people underestimate like how long these things are in production for, and how long they I don't know.
All I'm saying is,
Luke would
have said that at the end of Last Jedi too. He would have made that same quip.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just feel that some of Tross very much seems like they were trying to fit right the ship, as it were.
That movie feels corporate to me.
But I will always, and that may be so. However, I will always push back against the notion that it was written by Reddit or something when Reddit hadn't even seen Last Jedi.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
You're right about that.
Yeah,
like
but
JJ and Chris Terrio might be like, hey, like we didn't like this. But like the notion.
But there physically was a change in the script, because they were going obviously with Colin in the beginning, and then they changed to JJ and Colin.
Well, yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah. Colin.
Either way, I think all of this was just to say is that we're going back to sequel content in a couple of years.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I want to see more.
For so long now.
I agree. I think
that, but it might.
Speaking of which,
the perfect. What?
This is the perfect. I made the perfect analogy. Damon Lindelof makes Watchmen 10 years after Zack Snyder's Watchmen, and this movie would come out 10 years after The Force Awakens. That is to me enough time to where Damon Lindelof can take this idea and like spin it into its own thing and make it interesting.
Oh, I agree.
People think those characters are played out.
No, all of us here are very excited about this prospect, I think.
And Ben and I don't even really like the sequels that much, and we still want it.
I think that the prequels are often overrated by a lot of fans because they forget how much Clone Wars did for them.
True.
And I think the sequels deserve that. But that's. I agree. I mean, I would love like an animated show set like in the sequels, like.
Yeah.
I would want Clone Wars like.
Well, I do think Mando, although it's following its own narrative, is starting to obviously.
Yeah. And I think it's easing people in.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, sure. And we've theorized in this show about a Mando like movie or a Mando verse movie.
Oh,
yes,
that's the thread we talked about that I wanted to say that the motorcycle interrupted is that on the red carpet of D23 when we were talking about Rick Famuyiwa, it's Pedro and Rick, and the interviewer asked them, "Hey, is this building to a movie?" And Rick sort of just like smiles. Like and he's like I can't really answer that question, and then like Pedro's like, I hope so, and it's like. Yes, I think.
I think that would be the perfect first big screen return to Star Wars. Cap off this television era, sort of.
I don't think that movie is going to be a thing until a lot longer than. Yeah, it'll probably be towards the end of the decade.
It depends. Well, I mean, it depends on how far it all goes, right? Like, you could do sort of like an Infinity War Endgame thing where you bring it to a conclusion.
Here, hold on.
You continue with other characters.
We know that there's, as per Giancarlo, that there's at least Mando 4. And we know Ahsoka's coming out. And we know that there's. Yeah. So that Ahsoka comes out next year. That's 2023. Mando 4 would probably be 2024. So that pushes a movie at least until. Yeah, probably 2026.
So but it's something they could start working on,
But I don't see it stopping anytime soon, though. So.
I don't know.
They could.
I think it is.
Finish up Mando at season 4, and
you do think?
Seasons of Ahsoka.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how much. I don't know how many Mando seasons I really want to. Obviously they've been.
Skeleton Crew is a Mando show coming out.
Yeah, that too.
I think.
I don't know if you guys caught that interview with EW from D23 that John and Dave put out, where they're talking about Skeleton Crew and the Mandoverse and stuff, but he's like John said, there's gonna be some crossover with Skeleton Crew too. So it's it's a Mando show, which I
imagine. But
I think Mando's gonna go 4 seasons, and I think Ahsoka will go 2.
Point being, though,
potentially
that there will be other shows that will spin off from Mando that will continue that.
That
era.
too.
But I
That's what I'm
think- I think-
saying. Like,
I think Mando will end, and I think what's
you think
most likely to happen-
Mando will
With
end
a-
after 4?
with a movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Man,
it will,
yes,
too.
and I think what's probably gonna happen is it won't be technically a theatrically released movie. It will be a Disney Plus movie that will screen in some theaters.
Dude,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I want to watch. I would want to watch that.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'm saying if
it'd
they're
be in
making
theaters.
movies,
I-
but like
It-
it's,
it
that is
would
a
be
Disney Plus thing. Like that is
I
a
agree.
Maybe they
Disney
make you
Plus
pay for
property
it because they do that
through and
sometimes.
through.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
yeah, Disney Plus, like the
Like
Mandalorian
$10
is the thing
on
that
Disney Plus.
it is the thing that launched Disney Plus.
Probably more than that.
I don't care who is CEO of that company. The math is that you want the finale to the thing that literally made Disney Plus what it is on Disney
To be on
Plus.
Disney Plus. Yeah, I know.
see it as, like, imagine the end
I
of,
agree
like,
with
the
that
Infinity
wholeheartedly.
Saga, where like, it's gonna continue with like certain characters, but like it's still gonna finish that chapter of the Mandoverse, which is like Boba, season 1, maybe 2, 4 seasons of
Boba.
Mando.
That's
maybe
what I'm saying. Like,
2 seasons
there's,
of
there's,
Ahsoka.
and
But
there's
that
definitely
will all
shows that
be
we don't
wrapped
even
up
know
in
about that
2025,
are.
2026, and that's when the movie can come out. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
But then again, I'd argue the potential more spin-offs. I mean, I don't know how far they're going with it, but I
That's
feel
why I
like
keep
there's
making
another.
the analogy to the Infinity Saga, where it continues,
Yeah, I guess.
but
So.
like that chapter of it
It's
is
done.
True. That's
It's like,
fair.
it's like a phase. Like, and I think they're gonna wrap up the phase, move on to other spin-offs, like Skeleton Crew season 2, whatever.
Yeah, then maybe.
This is how I see it going now. But
No, it's fair. I would agree. I would agree.
my point is just that if we're talking like how fans are gonna react to the next big screen Star Wars movie, I think it'd be perfect if it was like the culmination of Mandoverse. And it could still be a sequel show, but then you like sort of trick the sequel haters into going because it's like
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
Mando thing.
We got you. Yeah.
I mean, either way, I'm here for a Star Wars movie.
I mean, I'm
Me
living,
too.
I would be living a dream if it's the year 2025 and I'm watching Finn, Rey, and Poe on the big screen again, and it's like
Yeah, okay, that's a good time.
Mando season
All the
4.
nerds
Like
will be together watching
yeah,
it.
I would be living life if that was. Oh man.
Yeah, that would be good. I think this movie will be first, and then if
No,
we
I
do,
agree.
if there is a Mandoverse movie, then there's then we
Let's
do
talk about
that.
how I would do it.
No, that's fair.
Well,
but but I think the way you've been explaining, I think is certainly a potential in how it could go, as well. But
Speaking
We'll
of
see.
movies,
All exciting.
a movie
There's some movies that came out.
Yeah, a movie that came out. You may have heard of it.
There's some
Black
movies.
Adam.
Shit. Yeah, let's talk about something great.
We can't talk about it too much because Gibbs hasn't
Spoil
seen it.
all for
No.
me. I haven't seen it. I don't care.
Dude, let's talk about it. Who cares?
But there is one. There is. You don't care?
No.
Why would he care?
You sure?
Who cares?
I don't know.
What is there to spoil?
I'm just being cautious. I don't
It's-
know.
I'll watch it.
Well, there are some things.
I'm gonna
There's
guess.
some
Like
things.
what? Like what is there to spoil in Black?
Doctor Fate.
Who gives a shit?
Okay, I'm just saying
Brosnan-
there is things.
Pierce Brosnan, it's like the worst performance I've ever seen. Because that's.
But I agree with you. Okay, are we just gonna go? Are we going?
I don't
Okay.
care. Don't-
All right. It's one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm really disappointed. I'm more for the Black Adam movement than I am for the movie.
Movement.
The movement, The Rock, what The Rock is saying, I agree with.
The Rock is-
However,
But
the movie,
The Rock lost.
not good.
He lost. 'Cause
Not
we're talking
good.
About where James Gunn, he lost. The Rock lost the war. The whole thing was a play to get DC, and he lost. So that
What do
means
you-
he made a bad movie, and he lost the fight. So clear. Okay, to catch everyone.
What do you mean? What do you mean you lost the fight? I don't
He lost the
understand.
fight.
Clearly, you haven't been following the.
I have, but what are you talking about? You lost the fight.
So, publicly, Hollywood Reporter, Monday, this past week, it has been well documented since Black Adam's been a thing. It's Danny Garcia, who is Henry Cavill's ex-wife, is The Rock's agent. It's a whole like circle
Yeah.
of things. But the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, has been trying to take control of DC. He got booed at Comic-Con when he said Superman wouldn't be coming in it, and from that moment he was like, I gotta get Henry Cavill back, and I'm gonna make a play for the head of the studio. This is all widely reported. Everyone can remember, he'd coming down at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to be DC. He wanted to make him, The Rock, the brand. He wanted to be. That's why he wouldn't fight Shazam in the movie. He produced both Shazam and Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Like Dwayne has been involved behind the scenes with more recent DC stuff. And now
Which
that
you
Walter
wouldn't
Hamada-
think. Which you wouldn't think.
I know, but now
on
that
this
Walter
episode, which
Hamada
is
is gone, they're reforming.
Bye
the
bye,
whole
Walter.
studio. As
We haven't
get
talked about
to-
that. That's a huge thing though. Walter, bye
I
bye.
know, we're working it in. I'm working it in.
Okay.
Look at it.
But he
Huh?
he wanted to take control, and getting Henry Cavill back for like a day, it was like, oh my god, he
Was
did it. Like,
his-
The Rock made that happen. And now at his big play, the fans are gonna love me. They're gonna watch my movie, and I'm gonna become the head of DC Studios. And then like the next day, they're like, James Gunn's the head of DC Studios. So he lost. He didn't. He like.
I
his
don't
whole play
know. I don't know
failed.
if I agree. Has that been said that he's been trying to run
Yes.
DC? I don't.
Yes, it was a
I-
fight
I don't-
between. It was a land war between. Literally, I can pull up the article. It was a fight between James Gunn and Safran, Peter Safran, his partner, and Danny Garcia and The Rock. And The Rock didn't get it. Like they totally blindsided him. And now his movie, like it looks like it looks like Warner Brothers messed over, like screwed over The Rock and embarrassed him. And like it's this whole drama-filled like.
Well,
Because the movie had this huge drop in its second weekend, and now
It
it's
did.
got Hobbs and
I know.
Shaw numbers, and it's a whole thing.
dude, it is a Hobbs and Shaw ass movie though.
So-
That movie
It is.
so
It so
bad.
is, dude. It's
That movie is
okay.
so
All right.
bad.
Well, if I can add,
No, Hobbs and Shaw is good.
I'm for. Well, what I meant by Black Adam movement,
Hobbs and Shaw
because
is way better than Black Adam. Hobbs and Shaw is.
Okay, well
leagues
that means that
better than
Black Adam is the
Adam.
worst movie ever fucking made. Then
yeah, I don't leave. I don't know if that's.
I mean,
I fell
Okay,
asleep.
Lee-
in
but-
movies.
I'm
I
a
don't fall
big-
asleep in
okay.
movies. I was in
Alright.
a theater and I fell asleep. That's never happened in my life.
I'm
The Rock-
You're not
The Rock. I agree with what The Rock was saying. He was like, the fans come first. I'm with that. But yes, there is a whole drama narrative that is really interesting. And it turns out that James Gunn is running DC now. And I think that's great because I'm for that. But we'll get to that. The Black Adam
Look at
movie itself, not great.
Look at this.
Didn't like any of the characters. What? Are we talking about Black Adam?
Crazy
I'm
people.
going my Black Adam rant. Do you see something?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I'm just. I'm
James
just, I'm
Gunn.
just showing the people.
Bro, what? Okay.
You put up the article.
Like, look, this
Yeah.
was October 17th. This was before the movie came out. Like, there was a long document, and I love the subheading. And what's Matt Reeves up to? Nothing. Like
Yeah, well,
like they were like they were fighting.
That's not
These
true. He
men
is up
were-
to-
were
he is up-
fighting.
No, I know.
I know. I was making a joke because he will. I don't know. The point is, like, it is a well documented. I'm not crazy. Like, do you, Johnny? You
No,
seem
I-
to be like, what fight? Like, it, like.
no, I wasn't aware of the James Gunn versus The Rock
Yeah.
fight, but
No, The Rock has been making
I'm aware of it, of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about the fan narrative, and that was a whole part of his.
Of course
like,
we don't know
I
if
got
it's,
the
like,
No,
fan
I
narrative.
agree, but even just the idea of it, I'm for because that's what DC should have been in the first place.
I know, but the movie he made sucks.
I know. I'm taking the words. I'm not taking the movie. I'm separating. I literally split it. I
can't.
said Black Adam movie, Black Adam movement for that.
Okay, but if you're for the movement, you want Rock in as head of DC.
No, I'm for his.
He made a
Oh
bad
god,
movie.
damn it! I'm for his words. We're going chaotic. I'm for his words. This is not a deep thing. This is not a deep thing that I'm trying to say. I'm for his words. The Rock running DC. I don't know if I completely agree with it. Black Adam movie kind of sucked. But then again, the words I take to heart. That's it.
So let's talk about.
Okay.
Let's talk about Black Adam.
The Black
Awful.
Adam movie, awful
One of the
movie.
wor-
One of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's bad, bro.
Everybody's bad, top to bottom. All the actors really didn't do a good job. I didn't even like The Rock in the movie.
Okay, I like The Rock.
There's a
Well,
kid actor. There's a kid actor who
The child actor is the worst child actor that I've ever seen.
is.
It's very bad.
It's tough to watch, and there's a whole scene. There's a spoiler. Ooh. That if you guys know what ADR is, it's when you re-record
Audio
lines
dialogue.
over.
Automated dialogue.
Yeah, it's a replacement. It's audio replacement, and it's so noticeable. I audibly said, "Are the speakers broken?" Out in my theater. It's laughably it's mismatched because his lips are not moving with the sound sometimes, and it's really weird to
I told
watch.
Johnny, we were
That's
talking about
one
the-
section,
I,
but
I put my
there's
head
more.
in my hand, so I didn't see it.
Oh, I was
face
face-palming half the movie. A third of the movie is slow motion, and it gets old really fast. The action sequences are decent. The VFX, certain shots look good, certain ones do not. There are some that I'm like, how did that get through? How did we get through the door with that one? Yeah, I didn't think the story was good. the only I can say the costumes are Chef's Kiss. The costumes great. Pretty much everything else. It's a yellow movie too. The whole movie's yellow. It's keeps a very weird color tone, color palette. It is a yellow movie. And
you're right. No, you're right.
It's
No, it's in the same vein as Rise of Skywalker.
When I came onto the theater, yes,
filter over the whole movie.
That's what I'm saying. When I came onto the theater, the first thing I was like, it's borderline Bollywood level, but bad Bollywood level. That's what I came out saying. Gibbs, go ahead.
I think it's one of the.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh, he's coming back.
Okay.
Well, he's yeah.
We'll continue.
I think it's one of the. I think it's one of the worst stories for a comic book movie.
Oh God.
Period.
Yes, I agree.
The story of the film is atrocious. Johnny and I have privately talked about it. I don't think we haven't done like an official spoiler review.
No, we haven't. Which I wish we did.
You follow me on Letterboxd. I still gave it 3 out of 5. Because
I gave like a 2.5. It was a 50 movie. It was a 50% movie.
My review of it is the worst script I've ever had the pleasure of enjoying. Because I was enjoying in certain points. I was like, I'm loving how bad this is.
No, dude, it starts out with like an exposition dump that gets so old. It's like 5-10 minutes maybe.
It gets old in about
it makes no sense. It makes no sense, and it's just badly written. I don't know.
The big twist of the movie is in the
trailer.
It's a
tough movie to watch.
And so
yes, bring that up. That's a great point.
So like the big twist of the movie is the whole movie is like, oh, Black Adam, and like the twist is The Rock isn't really Black Adam, it was his son, but the trailer is my son died and I became Black Adam. So I'm like, I didn't like that's the whole thing. I was like, is this a twist? And the people in the theater were like looking around like, huh?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's funny because that is the big spoiler alert, big twist of the movie is
he's not really a good guy.
He's not really a good guy. And what do you know? He's a villain.
I'm not a
and yeah, I didn't like it one bit.
It's like it's the whole plot of like all the marketing is like I'm not a good
guy. They spoiled everything
not, like,
in the
surprising at all. Like,
oh wait, I forgot. All the side characters, for the most part, suck so much. Adam Smasher. Sorry, dude. Like, they play into every single superhero movie stereotype and turn it up to 11 and also poop on it. It's so bad, I can't even. Like Adam Smasher is like, you're like Spider-Man, like you're Flash, like the new kid. He's like, oh, I'm like not good at this stuff. I'm sorry.
He has
that kind of shit.
Deadpool eyes.
He has a Deadpool eyes. It's like, okay, we get it. But I will say the Adam Smasher costume is actually really good. It's actually very accurate. It looks really good. But they do play into that. They do physically have that, like, he has like that weird, like, I don't know, like, it's not a domino like kind of eye, but it's like it's stitched, like it's like a, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like a raised thing. It's like the white eyes. It's literally like the shape of Deadpool's eyes, but it's on like a blue mask. I don't know why they did that. They didn't have to do that. Like it looks. Anyways, if you turn that red, that's a Deadpool mask.
Literally.
But the other character, Cyclone, I had no feelings. No feelings. Yeah. Slow motion queen, had no feelings about her.
There was a
Hawkman.
There was a time during the movie, during a scene between Adam Smasher and Cyclone, in which I actively I said this out loud. I don't do this often during films where I talk at the screen. I was saying,
me too.
Cut. I was saying, cut. End the scene.
Cut.
I said, cut. And
it goes on for so long, it's not even funny.
Because they have like a pseudo romance. And both of their like stories are like told in this like
that gets cut off too. It literally gets cut off.
I was like, nope, stop talking. The scene's going longer.
But that's the only scene that's developed in too. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. Hawkman, he actually was maybe the best one, but I still didn't even really like him. The bit between him and The Rock got really old.
A bad plan's better than no plan at all.
Right. Right. And the worst of all, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Perfect casting, great choice.
So bad.
But one of the worst scripts. And I'm not gonna dog in his performance because I'm gonna blame the script and the direction, but really wasn't good at all. He just plays into that Doctor Strange type too, and it's just like not good. It's like worse Doctor Strange. I don't know. It's tough. It's sad.
My favorite part is when they imprison Black Adam and then they break him out in the next.
Yeah,
scene.
and then that's 5 minutes.
Yeah, within about.
It's a
5
5-minute
minutes,
turnaround. He's literally locked in a cage, submerged in water, and like we'll never see Black Adam again. And then 5 minutes later, he's back! Oh my god! It's unreal, this movie.
And
Again,
they digitally replaced some other guy's head onto the Rock, the Rock
Yes,
onto
they did.
his body to make it look like the Rock is a normal
that's
guy,
in the first minute of the film.
But they didn't shrink his head down, so it just looks like Dwayne Johnson's head like floating on.
Yes. Like it looked great in Captain America for Chris Evans.
Yeah, Evans, yeah.
It got worse. Somehow the technology got worse.
Because
Backtrack.
Chris Evans, what
Sorry.
they did a face replacement. Not a
Yeah, they
head
did a face.
replacement,
Yeah.
they,
No,
like,
man
this
got
was
a
his
head
whole
replacement.
His whole head.
And it don't look good. Doesn't look good. So anyways, that's Black Adam. I think we said everything. Unless you have anything crazy.
Well, hey, Henry Cavill is back as Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill is the biggest part.
Movie.
Best part of the movie, again, was like 5 seconds. Looks great. Happy to have him back. He's got the curl, which I love. I want to see more Superman. I've been a big advocate about seeing Superman in the future, and it seems like that's happening now, so that's good. And I hope it's a different tone, and I think it will be. It's obviously not gonna be.
Well, I
It's
don't know.
obviously
Now
not
that-
gonna have Zack Snyder again.
Now that James Gunn is in charge,
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Just watched the other day. Good.
You like it?
Good.
Man of Steel
Not
is
my thing.
As a strangely divided film.
Not my.
People like hate that movie.
I know they.
I don't hate. I don't love it though, personally.
I don't have.
People
I
think-
don't, I don't.
Some people think Man of Steel is like an affront to humanity.
I am
like,
not.
I don't
like,
think
a
that,
Superman guy at
No,
all.
no, I know you don't. I'm just saying people like actively despise.
No, I'm aware. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm not.
It's
I'm not a
crazy.
Superman guy. But, like I feel like people want like the like nerdiest like boy camper like Superman. It's just like it's lame. I don't know.
Well, not that, but like
Isn't that why
there-
people don't like?
there just
Man of
needs to be
Steel?
like more.
They don't think he's like a good enough guy. Like
No, it's not. Superman's just like a very like warm presence, and it just doesn't come across in like the film. I
Yeah,
think
but you
he's
want
very
him to be
cold and
cheesy.
like a god. I don't need it to be cheesy. There's a balance that you can definitely.
yeah, so I just don't
If you wanna
care
go
about
down
that.
this road.
Like
I will. I'll go
Superman,
down
like,
this road.
source material, you know.
But no, I mean I'm a pretty big Superman fan, so I've been advocating for this, and I'm very happy that he's back, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. That's
You know
my
what's
huge
not
thing. And
cool?
then Henry Cavill stepped down as
That
The
Henry
Witcher.
Cavill dropped
Now
The
it's
Witcher.
Liam Hemsworth.
Bad.
I feel like he's fully in now, which is I'm happy about. I don't have any
I know,
attachment
but-
to The Witcher, so that's
No,
why
you
I'm
know
like
what's gonna,
don't
you know
really
what's
care.
gonna happen because I love The Witcher. You know what's gonna happen is I'm like actually really depressed about him not being Geralt anymore. What's gonna happen
I'm
is his
sorry.
movie's never gonna get made because it's stupid DC and it's gonna get lost and got like there's not even.
I don't-
It is BS. I need to lay down the record right now. It is
Well-
garbage. All of the reports about Man of Steel 2, the development stage it's at is that they're thinking about making it. They don't have a director attached. They don't have a
I
writer
know.
attached. It
I
is
know.
so far away, if it ever happens at all. And the state of DC being look at it. It's changing every day.
I agree,
James Gunn.
but
James Gunn
It-
got signed for a 4-year contract. In 2.5 years, DC might be owned by Universal. So it's like I could care less about like I don't know. I am so mad that he stepped down as Geralt because I don't think the Superman movie is ever going to get made.
well, I don't agree. I think it will,
I'm
and
very
I think
eager.
that is. I think it is their at their what I'm thinking to be like the forefront of what DC needs to get done is a
I
Superman.
know,
but
but
it's
then
not-
like, so what happens with Batman? Like, is Affleck
Well-
is coming
well-
back like for Batgirl or for
Not
Flash?
anymore.
Aquaman. He was in Aquaman and Flash.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah,
It's like,
he'll
what
be
is
he'll be
going on?
he'll be an
Are they just
Aquaman.
gonna reassemble like just like minus Cyborg? Are they just like
Well, I hope.
Is-
I mean, I hope
is
Ray
Gal
Fisher
Gadot
comes back
back?
if they're gonna bring all of them
no,
back.
no. Ray Fisher hates Warner Brothers. He wants.
No,
Well,
he
they
hates
hate. He
Walter
hate. No,
Hamada.
he hates Walter Hamada, and he's
And
gone.
Walter
So
Hamada's
that's
fired.
he's so
Sure.
that's why I'm saying he could come back.
And he retweeted James Gunn's thing, being like, "Good, like first step."
If that
Yeah,
happens,
first step.
I want Snyder to be involved. So I know he wouldn't
That's
be.
such a
Well,
mess.
he will
though.
not
It's such a
be.
mess.
He will not be
just
involved
do, like,
again.
Do the Snyder Cut sequel. That's all I want. That's all I care about from DC.
I
give
do.
me that
I
or
will
give me
say
more
that it
stuff.
seems more of a potential now than more than ever, but I still don't think it's gonna
Zack
happen.
Snyder is done with that. Like he's busy. With
He's
other
on Rebel Moon,
It's on Rebel Moon.
I think, right? Yeah, Rebel
Yep,
Moon.
it's a yep.
Yep. So we'll see how that comes out.
Probably bad. To be honest,
Really?
it's a vibe I got.
It's weird.
Not a
It's supposed to be
big,
Star Wars
not a big
show.
Zach guy, but
No, it's just
Well,
a
yeah.
I
sci-fi
am a big.
show.
I actually okay. For one, I actually am a big Zach guy. I love.
I'm not
I
a
love.
big Zach guy. I've liked a lot of the movies he's made.
I have a special connection to Zach. I love specifically Sucker Punch, and that is like that movie is like raw Zach, and I love
Yeah.
that movie unabashedly.
I like Watchmen.
I understand all of its problems.
And I like
but
Man of Steel.
I love Sucker Punch. It's just it's something.
Yeah,
about the
interesting. I
direction
haven't
of
heard
Sucker
that from you before.
Punch. It is. It's similar in the way that I love Ryan Johnson's Brick, where it is just I really appreciate when a director, or a Robert Rodriguez Sin City, like when a director just has so, or honestly George in the prequels, when someone just has so much control, and you're like you see it in every single frame of like the one
Yeah,
person like put this out there. Obviously, every movie is a team of hundreds to thousands of people who put in amazing work. But when
It's
we
true.
talk about movies, often directors are credited more than anyone. So it's like I don't know, man. Like I just appreciate that about him, and that's why I love the Snyder Cut and I love Man of Steel, and I've learned to appreciate the ultimate cut of BVS. I cannot do it
Yeah,
after that.
yeah, same. I like
Um,
that movie. I'll say it.
But like
I-
I don't know. Like I like him. I like the guy.
Yeah, he's fine. Not my. I don't like his style. It's personally not what I like. I don't think he's a bad director by any means. I mean, he has a vision and he sticks to it, which I respect. But not for me. Some of his
Yeah.
takes, he's got bad takes too. I will
He
say
does.
that.
He has interesting takes. No, the point
He's
I
got
was
some
trying
bad
to make,
takes.
though, was that Rebel Moon being a rejected
Yeah.
Star Wars script. That's where I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't know if I want to
that's
see
what's
that.
like. That's gonna suck.
That's that's the holdup for me. Where I'm like,
if they
I
didn't
like you,
want to
Zach,
make it,
but if
it's
they didn't
probably
want to
not
make
worth
it,
making.
it's probably not worth. Like even Kathy,
Yeah.
Kathy, throw everything at the wall. Kennedy says no to your Star Wars script.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's what you gotta think about. What the
Yeah.
heck happened with Rogue Squadron too? Like that must have been pretty bad. Like whatever was made. That. Yeah.
I mean, Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, it
also
seems like
doesn't run it.
Patty.
But she's
Um,
a Snyder alum in terms
Yeah,
of DC,
Snyder
like her
But
and Zach.
I want to talk a little bit more about the James Gunn thing. Now,
Yeah,
because
I was
Walter's out. Walter, I don't know how long he's been with DC. More than 10 years, I think. Definitely.
He's in a horrible job. 10,
10, 15 years, maybe. I don't know, to be honest. But
Like
he's bye-bye, and that man has caused so many issues. From what public issues, probably there's many private ones that we don't even know about. But I'm very happy that he's out. I think it's about
timeline
time.
is hilarious under him. Like you just
It-
look at
it's
all
a
the movies
mess.
to get made and
It's
things
fit-
get made and like in the universe they were trying to make.
I'll be honest. I don't really blame him. Well, I do. He was obviously at fault for some of it, but Walter Hamada was a very successful horror executive. Ran the whole horror division, made it work very well. Then he had to come in and had to work with Jeff John. It's Jeff. I blame Jeff.
Oh, yeah,
John.
Jeff. No,
I blame-
absolutely.
I know
Jeff
less about
screwed up a lot of
He-
stuff.
Something.
He's
a tough guy.
Like I know Walter Hamada's like. I think Walter. Hamada's
Walter's not
deal
good,
with-
especially
I
towards
know.
the end.
I know, but I feel like he just had to deal with, just like what James Gunn has to deal with now, just a bunch of other crap from a previous like administration lumped on to what you have to do, and you're like,
But it's two guys now, which
the
I think
fact
is
that,
good.
The fact that Jeff, did you see? Okay, funniest part of Black Adam, the amount of freaking producer credits there were at the end. It was comical. How many people who have
I
been,
didn't read it, but I
fired and
imagine there being a
rehired at
lot.
DC, like when it's like Jeff Johns,
Yeah.
and Walter Hamada, and Dwayne Johnson and James. It's like who like. Goddamn, dude, it's horrific over there. The amount of churn that these projects have over all of these different administrations at DC, which is now the DCU. It's the DC universe.
It's a
just like
DCU,
the
which I
MCU.
would think is pretty cool.
DC Studios, just like Marvel Studios. It's like, all right,
Pretty cool. DC Studios, that's a badass name. That's what it should have been from the beginning. And I hope
I mean,
I seem like I'm much more hopeful for you than you guys then. Because I'm on the up and up.
Okay, well, here's my James Gunn take.
yeah, sorry.
I've loved all the like DC James Gunn, like the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, both fantastic. But I just don't picture him as like the guy that in terms of where I see DC and like where I want it to go. Like I just don't see him as.
Well,
that
I
guy.
think you're thinking of like in terms of like he's gonna like spin DC into like what he wants. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think he's very aware of like how to build the universe because obviously he's worked with Kevin for so long. So I think he's picked up on a lot of stuff. I have very high hopes for that.
Yeah, it's just
No,
like
And I think he understands what fan
Yeah.
wants.
I mean, I think you're right for the most part, but I just don't know if it's all going to turn into James Gunn like style. Like, I wouldn't want to go and become the new Feige.
I do not think it will be like that. I think he's someone who's well aware of other director styles, and other people need to have other voices rather than his. And I think he's very well aware of that. And I'm so up on this.
Johnny, look at this. Look at this. What does DC have right now?
What do you mean?
You know, like.
What is it?
Well, that's literally. This is what I'm literally saying to you, though. This is what I'm saying to you. It's a fresh start.
But I'm telling
that's what I'm saying.
James Gunn is only signed for 4 years, and Warner Brothers is going
to for now.
And sell
for now.
Like,
in like
it's
2
not a fresh
years.
start for bringing back Henry Cavill.
I know it's not a fresh start. It's a muddled.
Well, okay, it's like it's like a middle restart. I don't know.
And there have been like 5 movies that have been the like reboot. Like it's
well, not exactly.
Johnny, it is a muddled mess. If the first things they're gonna come out,
I'm aware it's a mess.
Are Aquaman.
I'm the first one to say that.
And like Peacemaker season 2, which are all like continuations of this stuff from before, partially that James Gunn helped make, and also it's like it's 4 years is enough time if they started now to make 1 good movie, or like 2 at most. But like you'd have to start production now. There ain't no way. Like Blue Beetle's gonna come out. Like, huh? Like remember Blue Beetle? That woman got canceled. Forget about that. Like it's all just such a joke. Like I have very low.
DC is not like saved all of a sudden.
I'm not saying it's saved, but I think it seems a lot brighter than under someone else than Walter.
Let me say bright spot. The one thing I do think will happen under the only really thing of note I think will happen under James Gunn is that I do think a DC Marvel crossover will happen.
Whoa.
Because I think he is interested in doing it, and I think he knows Kevin, and I think of all the stuff there will be a thing that will happen where there's gonna be a crossover.
I'll say I do not think that needs to be done anytime soon.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't want that anytime soon. Like I don't want that for another.
No, but okay, listen to this though. This is not related to the crossover. You mentioned the Batman, the Joker, and the Batman stuff is not even under James Gunn's supervision. That is like higher up the executive team.
I want to talk about that.
But why would you do? But why would you have a DC studio and DC Universe that half of the DC properties you're making aren't under the charge of the guy who's running the studio?
I know.
That's absurd.
I know, but look back.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Batman was being made.
So far, so good on those
WB
two fronts, though.
And tries to change a bunch of stuff. Matt Reeves said, "Screw this, I'm out."
I know. I agree.
And they bring him back, and he makes a movie that is his movie.
It's a joke that he's not in charge of it.
Matt Reeves.
No,
James Gunn.
That James Gunn, even on paper, is
I don't agree with that. So far, so good. So far, so good. I think the real mess is physically the DCEU, now DCU.
No, they messed up when they tried to be overshadowing of Matt Reeves, and he came back and he made the best movie that's been done since
that they've had in a long time. Well, that and Joker, but
so why not be like, okay, Matt, you just go and do your thing, go make these shows,
which I think is what they're doing.
I don't need James Gunn to come in and be like, this is how it's going to be done. I don't want that.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
No, it is. That's exactly what's happening. I just think it's stupid that the people making the other movies are reporting directly.
Yeah, I hear your point. I don't like
Pamela Abdi. Like the fact that it's all segmented like this. Like there isn't some division of Marvel that's still making the Punisher style, 2002 Punisher style movies. That's reporting to Alan Horn or something. Obviously, Alan Horn.
I know, but I guess it's an example of if it's broke, don't fix it. That part is fine, but needs to be fixed is obviously.
I'm saying it's broke, and you just make it look more broke.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, so what do you want to happen? You want James?
You want it under one banner?
To the Batman and be
all I would want, literally. It's
I don't want that.
No, I don't want.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it just aesthetically have them all be under the DC Studio brand. Have James Gunn just have a producing credit on it. Have him just have it make sense. The fact that they're reporting to an entirely different executive structure is so stupid.
95%
I know this is more behind the scenes stuff that I don't.
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal.
But we're trying to cover the industry news. This is why I have no confidence in it because they don't even trust James Gunn to run half of the other DC stuff that they're making.
I know, but it was like that. But it was like that before, though. But it was like that before.
Make it good, but Walter White still has a credit.
I'm with Levi that the DCE looks like a mess in the future. James Gunn doesn't change much. Johnny's a little more optimistic than we are. But they shouldn't touch Matt Reeves.
No, I don't. That's
and the shows. Let him do. Don't.
I fully agree, but the fact that they want their whole DC studio to do nothing to do with their 2 flagship DC properties is a fucking joke. That is comical. That is so
we're gonna
stupid.
have two Batmans going at once.
Like that is absurd. That they're
we're gonna have Pattinson and we're gonna have someone else.
I don't know. I get your point, but it's stupid. Yes, like the whole company should be different. Like should be completely different. Should have been completely different, but it's not. And I'm also okay with the split because I don't want there to be a dip in quality with Matt Reeves' shit at all because so far so good.
Penguin show.
I get what you're saying. Penguin show. Well that's perfect segue because I want to talk about the Batman stuff. A lot of stuff came out about good amount about Matt Reeves and like what he's been doing. So obviously we had we don't have the Batman 2 greenlit, but I mean I think it's safe to say, but that's being actively worked on. Well, yeah, it's not greenlit yet, but you know. So we have that. So yeah, with the Arkham GCPD, whatever the hell that show is gonna be, the Penguin show.
That once again, it's not the same show anymore.
Yeah,
is that not news?
Two separate?
Yeah, I think they're back to saying.
All right. Well, Matt. Okay, whatever. So it's two separate. But then there was what? How long ago? It was last week?
Yeah,
was an article? Last week. Got a little update on what Matt Reeves is doing, and there's been ideas tossed around. I don't know if these projects aren't like completely greenlit, but they're like they were said. Clayface show, Professor Pig show, and who am I missing?
There was one. Who was it?
I
don't remember.
Penguin show.
I'm blanking.
Why am I blanking?
It was another big villain.
Oh, Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Scarecrow. Which all sound really dope. And I think could be really good. So I'm for it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys feel about just them doing shows for this now?
That's just
Star
Matt,
Wars
like throwing out all the ideas that like could happen. Like that's still
that's fair. I don't think all of them are gonna happen, but
I think more of the news coming from it is just that like Matt feels confident enough in this brand going forward that he's like throwing out TV show ideas, like that
which is good.
Batman 2 is sort of like a lock at this point. So
yeah,
I think
I
think we're just gonna be getting Penguin show, and then I think we're going to Batman 2. I don't think that Gotham, PD, Arkham show, like those two shows.
What do you mean you don't think it's gonna happen?
No, I think those are just after Batman 2. I think they're gonna finish up production on Penguin show.
Maybe, yeah.
And they're gonna go into Batman 2.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But just the prospect of more shows, because one of the things that I want a Zoe Kravitz like Catwoman show so badly. I think that could be so cool. I think she could carry.
Yeah, once again, I just think that's not gonna happen until the Batman 2.
Well, we don't know. But again, we don't even know when the Batman 2 is coming out, so that's another thing.
Not before 2024.
He was confident.
Yeah, it's true.
At a minimum.
No, as he should be. I mean, like again, it's not greenlit, but it's definitely gonna happen.
The Joker
at some
2 is
gonna
be first, and now that's
true.
on the way.
The fact that they're making a Joker 2, a musical with Lady Gaga. What is happening?
I think it has the potential to be good. Who knows?
It has potential. As long as like Todd and like Joaquin are attached, like I'm fine with it.
It's not to me that it'll be bad. Much like my complaint with Matt Reeves, it is the fact that it is being made under the most confusing, convoluted executive and studio structure I have ever seen. It's stupid.
It's true. I agree.
Like we don't have this. No matter we can debate the quality all day long, and I will. Between like the average quality of Marvel and DC, I think Marvel is still better, no matter how.
Of course it is. You absolutely.
But the fact
miles better.
Even when stuff gets delayed, it's like, I mean, look, like I take comfort in this image if I'm a Marvel fan. I go, yeah, there's like a general idea of what's happening, and they have an idea of when they want it to come out and what's in production. It's
actually.
And it's all in the studio, and it's a guy. It's Kevin Feige, and he's been in charge for so long and knows how to run. They're even making fun of it within their own shows, and because they're able to cover all these different characters. Like this was our first live action appearance of Dr. Fate, an awesome character, and it fucking sucked. And like that sucks. I have loved Dr. Fate since Young Justice. When I watched that character, like Dr. Fate's awesome.
JLU.
DC's like. Oh, we're doing one of our big flagship characters, and he has
a
cameo in a garbage 15-year production.
You know what I thought about?
Like, I hate this.
I agree. You know what I thought about? Remember the trailer at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
DC 2022.
No, the one they showed in the Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like all those movies.
DC is changing this year, guys. We're back. The Batman, Black Adam, Aquaman, The Flash.
Hilarious.
And then cut to now.
Hilarious. I hope
It's quite a turn of events. I'm hopeful. I need to be hopeful, but I'm hopeful for Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is a surefire bet. I'm like, full faith. Let him do what he wants to do. But for the other stuff, yeah, I mean, I think James Gunn is in the step of right direction. But
our Justice League, like if you could somehow get there, like live action under James.
Live action Watchtower would be good.
Then you need an animated series as Batman. Like you need you can't have the dark Batman.
Yeah, well, speaking of that too, that's been not talked about at all. But
that's not
ever coming out. I'm not gonna completely say no, but I doesn't look right, which really sucks because
I guarantee you
they have the dream team.
I know,
absolute dream team.
I guarantee you that it hasn't come up in conversation in months.
Oh, I think it has. 2 words: tax write-off. that's what it is. Just like Batgirl.
That's 3 words.
Well, I don't know. I don't agree.
Write-off is 1.
I think it's different than Batgirl. I think it's different than Batgirl.
Oh no, you're right.
They're two completely different things. I don't know if I completely agree with that.
1 word.
No, I'm an idiot. Never mind. It is hyphenated.
I don't completely agree with that though, Levi.
What, that a hyphen doesn't make it too?
No, no.
Doesn't a hyphen make it? Okay.
Not that.
My dumb grammar aside, incorrect grammar aside, thank God, dumb grammar. Anyway, no, have you never been reading the reports? Zaslav is like, I'm cutting more. We're doing the write-offs. We're getting it all. Like,
we're getting to Discovery Plus.
We're getting to Discovery Plus.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Like, I think an animated Batman show, like if that crosses Zaslav's desk, he's like, oh, that's like a couple $10 million or whatever that I can put back in the bank without having to continue production. Sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I
don't think he cares.
Well,
the man is a monster.
That I can agree with.
If Batgirl, a movie that has been made pretty much, is like getting a slash, like, yeah, animated series crushes me, and it's something that might happen.
It's very sad.
In a decade.
I'm hopeful for it, but right now, absolutely not.
Yeah, we're at least 5 years out from that.
Yeah. I want that more than anything, purely because of the Dream Team.
In other words,
Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams. Is Paul Dini on it too? I don't know, but the goats.
Zaslav's trying to get House of the Dragon season 2 out by the end of next year. So.
Wow, Zaslav, good for you.
Yeah.
Do it.
Anyway, so that's
do it.
Can we move on from WB, HBO,
Marvel? Should we talk Marvel?
What do we got? There's some Marvel things to talk about. I think.
Well,
Quantumania
trailer first.
Yeah.
We got two. We got.
Should we? Let's go. Let's go in order. Let's give a thumbs up, a thumbs in the middle, or a thumbs down.
Okay.
Levi.
Middle.
I'm giving it. This is like us. I'll give it a thumbs up.
So we're looking at a middle, a halfway down, and a mid up.
Mid up.
Where are you? Okay, mid up. Yeah, didn't like the trailer. I think it looks like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It looks like some Spy Kids 3D type stuff. Kang's cool. I'm excited to see Kang. I don't really know what they're gonna do because I mean, like, he can't die because he's gonna be the villain of Secret War or the Kang Dynasty. But it's probably just gonna be multiple versions of Kang. But the costume looks good. It's comic accurate. Love to see that. I think everything else looks kind of bad. And I don't really care about Ant-Man that much.
I don't like that they pointlessly recasted his daughter.
That too. I don't know what the reason was. I thought the actress who was in Endgame was perfectly fine.
Yeah. Like why recast her? I don't understand.
Don't know. The suits also don't look that. They look worse to me. Is that just me? I don't know. The suits look stupider.
I don't know. I came on to talk about this trailer and like I got bombarded with hate. I mean, even Levi, who's
I'm mid on it. Like I
wouldn't say bombarded, but I didn't like it.
A completely inoffensive trailer. It's like, yeah, okay, Quantumania. I love Ant-Man. Ant-Man's funny as fuck.
I think it just
Ant-Man Civil War is so goated. Like
I agree. Civil War is my favorite Marvel movie. I wholly agree.
I think Ant-Man 1 is fantastic.
But it looks
2 is
not
overrated.
good.
I think it
I just-
looks,
yeah,
it
the
looks
way it
very
looked-
fun.
I think it looks like a Peyton Reed special on the volume, and that's what I'll say about that.
I would
It just
agree.
looks- it
I think
looks so
I think it
flat.
looks fun. Elton John in the trailer.
agree.
I'm always there for that.
Bill Murray trailer too.
Bill,
Shout out to Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like in Kane.
MODOK.
I-
MODOK.
I-
I think there's a reason why they didn't show MODOK because the design is so bad. So maybe they're redoing it. Who knows? Yeah. That's fan art.
Can you
But
pull up the picture of Comic Con.
what's the Comic-Con one? This
he
one?
He came out. No, he came out and like walked out. Right.
Oh no, that's for Guardians.
Oh,
That was the guy from Guardians, yeah.
I thought.
That's High Evolutionary.
Yeah,
that's funny.
that's
No,
High
no,
Evolutionary.
I got that confused.
no, it's okay.
That looked goofy.
Yeah, MODOK. Yeah, I think there's a reason why they didn't show MODOK. Dude, I'm very nervous about MODOK. I don't think it's gonna be good. Not that MODOK like needs to be perfected because he's like at the surface level a very goofy looking character and like, even a goofy concept as a character. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I don't know. The trailer was fine. I just like was I get like I get the movie's not out yet, so it can maybe look better
Oh my God, like,
later.
that shot of
but
all of
it
them
just-
riding like the whale or whatever.
It looks so bad. I don't know, man.
bad. It just looks cheap. It just looks like it's
Maybe
cheap.
I'm just I'm definitely down on Marvel, so maybe this is just me like pushing
See,
that narrative.
This
But
is the Marvel stuff I'm excited for. Like I'm still.
I
there for, like,
could
Infinity
care less about it, especially after Doctor Strange. I got a little like kind of
I don't know. Like just
kinda like-
think about like Wakanda Forever comes out like next week. Think
That's
about
true.
the way-
That I'm hyped, and
Think
that's
about- think
whole,
about the
and
way
I've heard
Wakanda
great
Forever
things.
looks.
Recent Marvel movies have just been so much better. Like I don't know. Yeah, like
I
there was
wholeheartedly
maybe
disagree with that.
Black Widow.
Completely
like,
disagree.
Shang-Chi. Like that.
Did you
was
say they're better?
No, worse.
Oh, I think you said.
I'm saying
did you
I
not-
said recent Marvel. Like that was when I was down on Marvel. Like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, like Thor, like those are fine.
Big
both
fan of Doctor
both
Strange.
both down on me. Down
I like
for
Doctor
me.
Strange like a fair amount.
I
thought it was a good
love.
movie.
I didn't like Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
That is quite
I really
good.
like it.
Didn't like it, and
And
it's
this is the
Sam, and I
Raimi-
love
this
Sam.
is the
Sam's
Raimi
the
guy.
goat.
I thought it was a very good movie. I liked it
Didn't
quite
love
a bit. I thought Thor was like way overhated. I thought that
For
was
what it's
fine.
for what the movie is called, the Multiverse of Madness, I think it's really missing that multiverse piece. That's a. I mean, I know it's not the best complaint, but I think it's a valid
Yeah,
complaint.
I don't know. I think that Marvel has been on the
Like
up.
look at this frame. Like I hate this.
No,
frame.
no, that's not even the worst one. Go to the one with the three of them in it.
I don't think that looks that bad. I don't know.
Like just like.
I don't know. It just reminds me of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's Shark Boy and Lava Girl, dude. I don't know.
Like
This is all
look
Shark
at
Boy and Lava
that.
Girl, like Spy Kids
oh,
3D. I don't know. I can't.
Like it's so like.
I mean, we've seen trailers drop
Like,
where CG is not.
No, I-
finished.
Absolutely. But I also just like, genuinely like I don't know. Maybe I'm probably gonna regret saying this. But I just don't care about this movie at all. Like I have no
I care.
no
care,
desire
man.
about
care.
this movie.
Like I think
care.
I-
This is going into
I
a
personally
trailer.
don't right now. I
Or, like-
personally don't right this
I
second.
like this. What's on screen right now? I like this. I like all the Kang stuff.
That's what I was saying. The city looks sick.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
just like Star Wars ripoff, which is funny. Where they
Yeah,
walk into the
love that.
bar,
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray.
Oh.
like I like all this. This to me looks good.
I don't know.
But like stuff
That
like
bro. I can't.
I like Ant-Man a lot, so I'm very excited about this movie.
stuff like this where they're like running on.
Ant-Man's
volume.
great. I don't know what Johnny.
That's a cool
Ant-Man
shot. I love
did.
Kang.
Johnny went on a Disney cruise, and he got
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
Ant-Man
Ant-Man.
out. You got
Yeah.
Ant-Man out.
He's pushed too much, dude. I don't know why he's pushed him. He's a great
I
character,
wanna make-
I think it's
but
just
damn,
the
I don't know
Disney
what.
cruise.
I don't know
It's
what.
just the Disney cruise. that
I want to
pushes
make it.
him.
I want to make it very clear that I do not associate with Johnny's anti Ant-Man take. I quite like
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
I'm not anti. I'm not anti Ant-Man. I like
You don't
Ant-Man.
care about the movie at all.
I don't. Right now I do
If
not
you
care about the
like
movie.
Ant-Man. If you
I
like
don't.
Ant-Man, you care
Right now I
about
don't care about the movie. That's a fair thing to say.
Well,
I
you also
know it
just
is
said
a
he's
fair
pushed
thing
too
to say,
much.
but you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, "Oh, I like Ant-Man, but I don't care about his movie coming out." That's,
Yeah. I okay. I do like Ant-Man. I just don't
I
really
put
care
my
about
thumb
the
in
movie
middle
right
for a
now.
reason. I really like Paul
Yeah.
Rudd. I really like all the actors in it. I do like Peyton Reed for the most.
I think
part.
my take is aligned with my feeling.
You gave it a thumbs down.
I
You know,
like.
your take is
No,
aligned
it was
with-
like here. It was
No,
like
you're
here. It was teetering here.
Well, you
I-
don't care at all.
Ant-Man. No. Okay. Ant-Man's dude. I like Ant-Man. He's fine. He's fine. He's a good character, solid character. His movies haven't been my favorite consistently. I'm not that excited for the third one. We'll see. I don't know.
I am excited for it. I
I'm
just
quite
frankly
excited.
Okay,
don't
good.
think I don't think it
I'm
looks
glad.
very good. There's a
I'm
difference.
glad.
excited.
I'm a little down
I'm
on it, and I think that's okay. I think I'm okay to be down on it. But
Of course.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was just trying to make the point that I think that Marvel's is on the up as of recently.
I hope if Black Panther's bad, then I'm gonna probably never watch a Marvel movie again. No, I'm kidding.
There was this-
No, I
there
think
was
Black
really
Panther I have
this
very
time
high hopes for.
Where it was
Very
just,
excited for
yeah,
that.
it was like Shang-Chi, like Eternals, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like that was like our life.
I'll stand by Falcon.
I think it's good too.
I'll
but
stand by
now
Falcon
it's
as
like
well,
it's
but-
like it's like we're getting like Miss Marvel, like Spider-Man, like Doctor Strange. Like that's all really
I don't-
good stuff.
I know, but
I mean, I personally agree.
No Way
All
Home.
those
Okay,
projects
for
are
me,
not
I'll
good.
never not hate No Way Home. But like as a movie,
You'll
it's a
never
messy
not
movie.
Not hate.
You'll
And the
never
V-
not hate
I
it.
mean, that means you'll always hate it.
That means you're always gonna hate it.
I will never hate the movie. Sorry, let me correct myself. I'll never hate the
You're
movie.
just saying I would never not love it.
I know what I said. I get to correct myself. My bad. So I love No Way Home, but I mean like visually, like even just visually, like it's
Okay, so you're
not
down
like
on
a great
Marvel
looking
CGI.
movie,
I'm with you there.
and just like I think they could have done a little bit more specifically with Toby and Andrew, like even their entrances, and just that stuff in general. But I'm still pretty mid on Marvel just overall. I don't know. To me, it's not too
Things
high.
are definitely downhill since like Endgame. Like absolutely, I'm with you.
Yeah, and I don't think it's
But
right
people
now.
just
I
talking
have
about Marvel
absolutely
fatigue.
no. Like,
I was Marvel fatigued, and
it's
I'm
not
glad
even
I'm
that.
fatigued.
I don't even think it's that for me. I just think like I don't know. I'm just down on it. I don't
Let's talk
know.
about
I
some
just
of the
like
exciting Marvel stuff coming up. Like Robert Downey Jr. is allegedly back in Secret Wars. Like, I don't know how-
probably everybody's
how they're
gonna be
pull
back
that
in
out.
that. That's
But like, so that's good news.
yeah.
Mephisto officially confirmed.
Sacha
Sacha
Baron
Baron
Cohen. After all this time since 2020,
Alive.
the rumors of Mephisto. It's finally true.
Mephisto. Yeah, Mephisto.
Yeah, gonna be an Ironheart. I'm excited for Ironheart. I hope she makes a really good impact,
We're
which I think
up
she
right
will
now.
in
Fantastic
Wakanda
Four,
forever.
like, just keeps getting, like we're moving towards it.
Well, I could throw a Blade in there, and I could bring the
Yeah, okay, Blade's
the
not
level
looking
back
too
down.
good.
So Daredevil Born Again, I think that's really the only thing that I'm like truly like wholeheartedly in for is Daredevil Born Again.
So that's
Obviously,
the thing that
'cause
makes me apprehensive
I'm-
because I thought he was like pretty good in She-Hulk, but like you
Yeah, I
can't
thought
make
he
a
was
show off of that.
no, he's
Well,
no.
he's great.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You can't make a show off of that version of Daredevil. So I don't know if he's
I
going to be
think he
back to
Oh, I love that version. I
I don't know if I agree with that.
too goof for a good show. Like I don't.
But
want
I mean, like he had to fit into the show a little bit.
Well, I know, and I'm.
I think
like,
I don't think he's gonna be like exactly like that in his
okay,
own
so you
show.
agree
Yeah.
with me. I'm saying I don't think that version of Daredevil is gonna. Would
I think
be
I'm most
good for
excited
Born Again.
for Deadpool 3.
I guess yeah. Yeah, Deadpool 3 too. Yeah. Very. Oh yeah, there was something came out about Hugh Jackman. Like he's gonna play like a much like angrier version of Wolverine, which is interesting. Again, I don't even know like what
Heck is
timeline or what
Wolverine
universe
back?
this is
Yeah,
it's
don't
gonna.
know.
I know that's
don't-
the
I
thing.
think it's
I
gonna
don't
be like a cameo, like
No.
fourth wall break.
know.
dude.
No, what? No,
he's-
no.
no. He's
the co-star.
And the logo of
Yeah.
the movie is the Wolverine slash.
He is
I mean,
Slash.
that'd be crazy.
I know, but I think it might end up being more of a like
I
the
think
search
so.
for Wolverine. Like
No.
Like,
I don't
like
think
that
he's
original
gonna
Kenobi.
He's the co-lead. He is the co-lead.
He's the- yeah,
well, they need to spend some serious multiversal time like figuring that out. Then
Yeah. Which I think they will.
that's
you
the
know?
first act, second and third.
Yeah.
Filled with
That's what I'm
Wolverine.
saying.
Huge
That's
act.
what I'm saying.
I don't know.
No,
even
I
think
will say
Deadpool
that movie.
2
That movie I'm hyped for. Born Again. Honestly, Moon Knight season 2, if it happens, which I think it will. I'm
excited
I need
for
more
Captain
Moon Knight.
America. I'm excited for
Every
fucking
day
the
I
Avengers
wake
movies,
up,
dude. I'm excited for
every
Secret
day I
Invasion,
wake
like
up. Let's bring that back.
That's what I'm saying.
Thunderbolts, like all of it. I'm hyped for it, man. I'm hyped for like the. Big
I am not hyped for Thunderbolts whatsoever.
I know, but
Harrison Ford, Red
Harrison
Hulk is
Ford,
something I
man.
don't want to see. I don't want to see that.
love Harrison.
I'm
Ford,
not
and
curious to see what that
if
looks like. I don't
ending
wanna see
phase-
it.
That's ending Phase 4. It's gonna go out with a bang. Like it's gonna be bigger than we expect.
Now, what do you mean?
What do you
Wakanda
mean,
forever.
Thunderbolts?
Wakanda Forever ends Phase 4. Phase 4 ends in, like, a
Sorry,
week.
not
Phase 5, you mean?
Phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
put
I
that
don't.
in.
You think that's a good ending?
Yeah, it ends.
Well, we don't know anything about it. We barely know anything about it.
Thunderbolts is so, bro. I don't know. Thunderbolts is so.
You know what I'm
such a-
saying? I think it's gonna be like better than people
I don't know, I
think
like
it's gonna be,
Yelena.
because it's gonna like
I like
gonna
Winter
finish it
Soldier.
off. Like something big is
I don't
gonna
know.
happen. Like
I'm
the
excited
next
for
movies after that are Avengers movies. Like
Yeah, I'm excited for Cap
true.
too. Cap America.
Thunderbolts. Yeah, I'm really excited
Yeah.
for Cap.
The leader should be goated. I don't know. I'm very pick and choose
Yeah,
at Marvel.
with
I'm
Ben.
also just.
I'm much more happy about Marvel than I was like 2
I'm
years
up
ago.
on Marvel. Pretty much all these projects except for Agatha.
Well, I mean, compared to 2 years ago, yeah, of course. But I just for me, like, I just there's a quality baseline that just has been consistent for so long that I'm like used to now that I like. I don't know.
No, but I think
I'm
it's
just
like
like
this
I'm
year. I
not
think it's on the way
into.
up. I think it's on the way up.
I don't know.
It's.
I've been pretty mid on Marvel this year. Like, there's still like I still get enjoyment from all of it, but it's just I don't know. Maybe I am on Marvel fatigue. I don't know what it is. Can't tell you. What it
Miss
is.
Marvel you loved Miss Marvel.
No, Miss Marvel was good. Miss Marvel was good. I don't know.
This year.
Nothing. No, I just don't get hyped about
This
Marvel
year
anymore. I don't know.
Has been Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. Like I thought She-Hulk was good. Wasn't the
I like
best show,
She-Hulk
but
too.
it was good.
She-Hulk was solid. Oh well,
liked-
I wouldn't
liked
say solid.
Doctor
It was
Strange
okay.
a lot. I thought Thor was good. I think it's been a good year.
She-Hulk.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's going on. But
She-Hulk
I will say Born Again. Born Again. I am #1 Born Again fan. All the way. Let's go Daredevil. They're
that seemed like a triumphant end to the podcast.
I know.
Right.
And
See
no.
you later, guys.
Born Again. Born Again. Born Again. Daredevil. Born Again.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
just like
That's all I have to say.
that. To me, is what I'm more worried about because it's just I don't know. I want them to do justice to the original show.
I think they will. I think
think Punisher
I have
will show
faith
up.
in them for that.
That was leaked that Punisher was going to be in it.
Bro, I
instead
think they're full sending. There's so many episodes in this show.
instead of Jessica Jones, though. That's sort of the sad thing.
I don't know if well.
Kristen Ritter was busy and she's not going to be like.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to kill you. Sorry.
That's
okay.
sad. I would like Jessica
What he
Jones
does.
in the show.
It's gonna be in it.
Well,
it's gonna be good. It's
We'll see. I
Wilson,
think
man.
I think anybody could show up. I certainly think Spider-Man will, and that's literally all I've wanted to see on screen since I was very little. Is Daredevil
mentioned
and
that
Spider-Man in
once
the same frame? Even Kingpin in there, which he will be. Very excited. Bullseye, let's go. Maybe I think is gonna happen. Let's go.
There's some
Elektra,
Spider-Man- there's some
let's go.
Spider-Man news, right?
Not really.
I thought there was some talk about the next Spider-Man movie.
The Spider-Man, yeah. I mean, so the big thing about Spider-Man, and the reason why I brought up Spider-Man is because, it's being said that Spider-Man 4 is gonna pick up after the events of Daredevil Born Again. So
Yeah, that's what
which leads me to believe that
Spider-Man might be in
it's
it.
gonna be like a
Spider-Man!
it's gonna be
Which
like a Daredevil.
excites me like no other. So I don't know. I'm good. I'm hyped for Born Again. Born Again. Thank you.
Johnny's made up with Marvel. Just
Yeah, this is
Yeah, you
this is
just
quick.
watched the whole thing.
watched the whole-
You just watched that. Yeah. I don't know.
Alright,
Quantumania. I don't know. I'm sure we'll see when I. Yeah.
I just think there's so many
we'll
like
see.
interesting things, like Mephisto, like Doctor Doom, like
I know, but,
Fantastic
like-
Four, like X-Men. All that being on the horizon is just all like,
Well,
good. Is all good.
yeah.
Like we're moving up, and I think that people are gonna look back at like Phase 4, yeah, as a definitely a dip in quality. But
I
like
think
I don't know,
better than
Phase
Phase
1
2.
had its issues too. Like you gotta build into something.
I agree.
Sure.
I don't
Multiverse.
think
Loki,
they're doing
man.
the
Loki was
best
so
job.
Yeah,
With
Loki,
that,
oh,
but-
Loki's still, I can't wait.
I agree. Loki's great.
Honestly,
I
I
don't
don't
even
think
do-
on
I don't-
Phase 4 because it has so much in it.
What are you
I think it's
saying,
probably-
Johnny?
It's probably better than Phase 2.
What are you saying, Johnny?
I don't think that. I don't know what I was gonna say. I forget what I was gonna say.
About Loki? I said Loki season 2.
Oh yeah, you guys are saying about building up. I don't know if they've done the best job building stuff up, but
They've totally built the multiverse thing.
They're building the multiverse. Like think about like the incursion, the end of Doctor
they could
Strange.
yeah,
be
and
doing it a
Val.
little bit
Think-
better.
think
But
about,
They've been
think about how
building like
Endgame ended.
Thunderbolts throughout like a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
think
shows.
about yeah. Think about when Endgame ended. There was
No.
like almost no multiverse talk. Now the multiverse has
no,
been thoroughly established, variants, all that crap. Not only just in Loki,
I
but
agree.
almost all the movies. There's been some sort of multiversal element.
They've built up multiverse and
Yeah.
they built up Val and like Kane like simultaneously in Phase 4, and I give them thumbs up for that.
Yeah, I on the whole, I like.
Yeah,
Phase
but we're also getting double the projects though too. But fair. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Marvel is looking much better than DC.
I think I'm just gonna take it. I think I'm just gonna take it project by project.
Special looks
That's a
fantastic.
good way to be.
Oh yeah.
I
I think I'm just gonna take it project by project because
That looks
overall,
that looks really fun. I'll take it more Guardians any day. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
think they're
excited
just
for
using
Guardians,
it as a
yeah.
way to get Gamora
but
back into the Guardian squad before Guardians 3.
I love Guardians, but it's I don't know. Guardians is always like I love the movies. They're great. They're always haven't been like they're not my favorite Marvel franchise though. I still love them. Great movies. Great movies. I don't know.
I don't know. Guardians.
I'm just mid.
I
I'm just
think
mid.
With the third one,
Overall.
has a very real chance of cementing itself as the best
trilogy.
I
Totally agree.
would agree with that. Well,
Would you? I feel like you wouldn't, according to what you.
I feel like
just
you
said.
wouldn't. I feel like you want to bring up Captain America, which I think is not a good trilogy at all. Even though I like all the movies, but not a good trilogy. Civil War is not a good finish for a Cap trail, like at all.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like the Ant-Man.
We'll
like,
see.
Your thumbs down on Quantumania. Like that's not gonna be a good.
I'm not.
trilogy.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't right now.
Iron Man 2.
Wasn't impressed by the trailer. I don't
love
know.
it, but, like it's not a great trilogy. It's not the best. I'd say probably is. I'd say probably the best in Marvel. but-
Thor is certainly not the best trilogy. Thor's trilogy
No.
doesn't make any sense.
Well, Thor's 4 anyway.
Thor's
Well, and now it's
Yeah.
4. Now it's a tetralogy.
I'm looking at it as like a beginning and end. You know.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
I think only Guardians will really have the ability to even claim a true trilogy status of anything.
I would agree.
I'm very
Right,
excited
yeah.
for Guardians. I think those are definitely like Guardians 1 and 2 are going to show up in the top 10 Marvel movies. I think pretty easily. I haven't done that.
That's what they are in mine.
I haven't done that. I'd have to look at the whole list.
think
of
they
movies.
are for me, too.
We should do a Marvel. We should do a Marvel tier.
We should do it. No, we said we were going to do one before Black Panther, which is in what 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Not even.
A
can do
less,
one.
little less. There's a
You got-
tease
you
for
got-
maybe
you
the
got-
next thing we do.
Yeah, maybe. But
Yeah,
anyways,
we-
is there any like I'm trying to think if there's anything like I'm just.
I mean, that's
completely
like the,
missing that I wanted to bring
biggest
up.
stuff. We've been going for like 90 minutes.
That is the-
you
that is the
know,
big stuff.
Yeah. Maybe we
We can
save
wrap.
it. Wrap it.
We can give it a wrap.
Give it a little wrap.
More to
I wanna
come
take
though.
I want to
Just-
take this wig off.
Yeah. Well, you can.
You could have taken it off a while ago.
Well,
You could take it
Nah,
off. I took my mask off.
I committed.
Okay.
You know. I committed.
But yeah, more to come, everybody. And overall, I think things are looking good. Excited for some other projects that are coming up. Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching the video. I kind of want to start saying just like and subscribe. You know, we're back on the channel grind. Hopefully, we'll stay consistent again. Again, our schedules are just tough.
Don't make
but,
any promises, John.
Yeah, it would
Well,
and then no uploads.
we're trying. We're doing our best. We're all busy bees. But no, we still love the channel. And it's a huge.
We
thing
love
for
you
us.
guys.
But we love you guys, everybody. So
The viewer.
Happy Halloween.
You're in our thoughts.
Happy Halloween.
Oh
Happy
yeah,
Halloween.
shoot, Halloween. I was like, why are we dressed like this?
Yeah, we're in costume.
Yeah, Halloween.
But
So,
it is Halloween as we record this.
long time
Is
ago.
just turned
It is.
Halloween 16
It
minutes
is.
ago.
So
It is
happy Halloween.
9/17.
Hope everybody.
So it's not.
Well.
Yeah.
For us.
Hope everybody had a good Halloween, and we'll see y'all Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.